No, you know what I did, dude? Is I just stopped fucking arguing. I'm just like done with it, and whatever she tells me to do, I just do. So now we're getting along great. So I'm happy with that. But there's this underlying resentment I have where I'm just kind of like, oh, so basically if we do everything that you want, like we're going to get along great. And there's all this fucking shit out there about, oh, you know, all these fucking women, you know, just every day, just bitch moaning and complaining about how fucking difficult their lives are in America, which is so funny to me. It's just like, why don't you look up the kid that had to sew your blouse together? I think you'd feel a little bit better about your position in the world. No, the level that they're talking. I mean,
It's crazy.
my favorite thing was when those two women, I'm not going to say their name, they got arrested at that fucking thing. Don't say their name.
Sure.
And they come walking out and they're doing the black power like they're black, like they're at the '68 Olympics and they went through slavery. And it's like you're a blonde white woman. Exactly. What are you doing? It's just fucking like, and and everybody's so afraid to get in trouble or get fired that everybody, but then every whisper's going, dude, what the fuck was that? What the fuck was that?
It's a great angle because in other places of the world, you're sending your 8-year-old off to some sweat factory with a lunch pail.
Or deliberately maiming him so he can get an extra fucking ruble or some shit. Yeah.
That's crazy. I mean, but as a Latin person, you know, I grew up with real.
As a person of color in this culture, how do you this current climate?
Well,
how do you navigate avocado toast?
I'll tell you one thing, Bill. Growing up, I experienced real racism. Real, straight up, you know, you're spick, you're this, you're that, you're that.
Right. The Archie Bunker stuff.
Yeah, the Archie Bunker stuff. Everybody was the way, you know, they used to call me, hey, Taco, come over here, do this. You know. I'm like Cuban. They're like, I'm doing you a favor, Taco. Vámonos, rapido, let's go.
Yeah.
And being in the restaurant business, I mean, there's nothing lower than that. You know, I started from the bottom as a dishwasher.
Right.
Nothing bothered me then as much as it does now, as people that have never experienced racism explaining to me what I need to be offended about.
Oh, yeah, God.
Oh, here we go.
It's mind-numbing. They don't realize how there was a thing in Times Square.
You're not smart enough to understand that you're being insulted. You need somebody white to explain.
But
it
it's so annoying to me. It's worse than you calling me being derogatory. It just feels like you're treating me like I'm an idiot.
I took a sociology class. I understand your plight. Let me explain to you what I'm doing to you.
Like everyone, you know, I worked for this French chef who literally told me, he's like, well, you're Latin, you know, God made you small because you're supposed to go in holes and dig ditches. Yeah. You know, that's what your culture is. Right, you're a bred culture. We're not. We're a culture by choice. This is how he's talking to me, right?
Was he wearing a beret?
He was wearing a big toque. But
I love this guy.
Yeah, he was crazy. I mean, old 70s French chef, you know, hated everybody. But I stuck it through, and that guy went up to bat for me when I went through all his bullshit, and he treated me better than any fucking Spanish guy would have ever in the world. He went up to bat. He got me an
Sounds like an officer and a gentleman.
Yeah, he really helped me out. But now everybody.
I want to make souffle, sir. Bullshit. My grandmother wants to make souffle.
It's like that.
It's exhausting. And I was talking about you before you got here about comedy in general and how you're more or less escaping the whole PC bullshit, mean-spirited.
No, not escaping it because there's nothing to escape. What they do is I've learned through All Things Comedy, started this podcast network,
right?
How few people you need to tweet at the same time to start trending.
Right.
So you're really seeing this is like they're misreading where this whole political correctness and shit. People are just trying not to get in trouble. They don't agree with it. So they're misreading like where people are the same way they misread this last election. I think today, I don't know, dude. I got like if you're a Democrat, I got a bad feeling because all of these fucking people, like all of these celebrities that go out there trying to rally people,
right,
to vote blue. It's like you're being broadcast where people in red can see it. It'd be like if you were fighting a war and you're going to do a surprise attack on Japan and they're watching you talking about it.
Yeah, exactly.
So, like, I don't understand how they don't think that a bunch of people, dude, my fucking guy driving me over from the airport is like, I'm voting all fucking red. I'm voting all fucking red.
Right.
And it's just like, I don't know how, like, all you do is somebody in the public eye telling people, you know, what to vote for. People are smart. They know who they're going to vote for. All you're doing is just catching the attention of some guy in a white van with
Right.
2 fucking seats who just wants to do something crazy. That's the only guy that you're changing him in that he's now gonna go after you.
Well, there's a couple of things. It's an insult to my intelligence when the celebrities are coming forward and saying you got to vote. Basically, what they're saying is you got to vote Democrat.
Right.
You know
That's what they're saying.
Yeah,
They're
of
trying to
course
act
they
like
are.
it's non.
Yeah,
Somebody
of course
asked me
they
to
are.
do
Drives
that.
me nuts. It's like, yeah.
Somebody
right.
asked me to do that, and
Yeah.
I don't get involved. I'm not
Yeah.
fucking gonna sit there. Dude, I flunked everything in high school. Who the fuck am I to tell these people what to vote for? And they go, no, this is nonpartisan. It's like, have you looked at the
Liars.
people that you
Yeah,
have on
yeah.
this? This is not like,
Yeah.
if I stand anywhere near half of these people, look at their fucking Twitter feeds.
Yeah.
I'm not fucking sticking my head on that
Yeah.
chopping block.
I'm just insulted. I would rather them say we all want you to vote Democrat instead of this like you need to vote because you're an American.
That's
Well,
right.
they did that last election. So now what
Yeah.
they're trying to be is like, it's really important to get out and vote. And it's just like, yeah, I understand that. What else? You know, oxygen is probably one of the more important gases in the atmosphere. And you want to make sure that you keep breathing. Oh, thank you, fucking third lead on a sitcom.
But we live in New York where your vote truly doesn't matter. It's so democratic that I know we're good. We're good in this state.
How about in Jersey? I'm voting for a Cuban felon or a Republican billionaire. Just like, I don't care. It doesn't matter.
No, but no. But I was going to give you a compliment though because you're more or less skating it because your comedy's so damn honest. And I
No,
think,
what it is,
and I
is
think
no,
when,
there's nothing malicious behind. Because people always go, you get away with this, and it's like getting away implies that I meant something malicious. I don't. I'm up there. I'm a fucking moron. I don't read, and I'm up there to make you laugh.
Right.
And like, and there's some people, you know, you drive across their front lawn. They get upset, even though you've been driving over everybody's fucking yards the whole time. There's just, you know, those they're fucking babies.
yeah.
And, you know, nowadays, you know, you need controversy to make something sell. So you can do a show in front of 1,000 people and 999 enjoy it. But if one person didn't, that becomes the story, the person who fucking did it. And it'd be like, I got a fucking partial standing ovation. One person walked out. If I was a fucking president, if that was my approval rating, I would be the most popular president ever. Like, this is not
Why do we focus on the one person?
money.
Yeah, but that's what I told
Money,
you.
because then people stop because there's a million channels. People watch people yelling at each other. That's what the fuck happened at ESPN.
Yeah.
You had PTI. We had 2 people who were actually friends.
Yeah.
And they were like, they would get heated, and they distilled that down to people like people yelling about sports. And ESPN went this horrible fucking period where they just would have, they would just skip Bayless. It'd be like, that guy would literally argue if you said you need air to breathe. He'd be like, oh, I'll tell you right now. He would just argue the other side. It's just like, I'm kind of happy he's not there anymore. I figured like after a while he's like, guys, I can't fucking do this anymore.
Well, I saw a video about Skip Bayless, Skip arguing with Skip. So they made little
Oh,
cuts.
that's great.
So it was literally
great.
on the same side. It was Skip Bayless on a different day saying the opposite thing.
And he sat in his giant house watching that cackling as it
Of
echoed.
course.
Exactly.
I go through all the empty
Yeah,
rooms
the
exactly.
cathedral
Yeah.
ceiling.
because it got tired of furnituring the whole house. But the point I told you guys years ago when they did this to the radio guys, where it was always the minority that got the radio shows fired. It wasn't a massive majority. It was like, holy shit, we got to get rid of this certain show. It was always one fucking small group of people that had all the power, and I would yell to the executives like, "Will you ignore those idiots? They don't mean anything in the long run." And now
Well,
it
because
feels
that's the
like
corporate-
it's starting to happen with comedy a little bit.
Well, fortunately we don't make money for a corporation. If we made money for a corporation, we would all be fucked. I mean, I
Yeah.
guess we do in a way with the promoters, but like
Yeah.
corporations are like, if one nickel is going to roll out the door, like with the whole Colin Kaepernick thing with the NFL, at first they were supporting, trying to be progressive, and then all the racists who were watching it, who made it about, you know, fucking Iraq and Afghanistan, even though they kept saying this is about police brutality. They're like, my brother's fighting in Iraq. It's like, dude, nobody is saying your brother is in Iraq. You're not listening. You're arguing a different argument.
Right.
But those people stopped watching and blah, blah, blah. So they actually sided with ignorance and racism in a way but they were doing it for financial reasons.
Yeah.
So they're like, all right, let's squash these 5 or 6 people that are doing this, and these racist people will come back and buy, you know, fucking whatever, a Mitch.
Right, but whatever side you're on,
fucking
it's
whatever.
money. Money's the lifeblood
That's
of a
what it is.
corporation.
No, and all of these, that's another thing too, is that's why if you notice, like, you know, that there's a lot of comics say crazy shit, but you need a certain amount of followers before what you say becomes offensive, because they're not going to waste their time hitching their wagon to somebody that they're not going to get traction for. They'd much rather do it when you become like a name.
Yeah.
So the genius of my career is I've never been the guy. So I maintain, I'm never in the stratosphere. I'm down, was it the troposphere or whatever the fuck it is, the one that we breathe. Like, I'm down here. So all of those people up there, and that's why I don't do those fucking politic things, standing there.
Yeah.
Guy Fieri told me that one time. I got in trouble for answering a tweet. I was judging a competition on the Food Network, and that someone tweeted me, that was racist that the black person didn't win. Why did the white person win the cooking competition? I said, because the black person sucked. It was that simple.
Right. Oh, yeah, dude.
No good.
That
Yeah,
was
no,
that was
no
no
good.
good.
No, you can't.
No bueno.
Yeah.
No bueno. And then
No, you should have said the black person's dish sucked. You should have said because his
No,
dish, his
I
dish
did.
tastes better. Is
I
what
did.
you say.
But I said
What
the
you
black
really
person
should do
sucked.
is you shouldn't answer.
That's what I learned.
Like that's what I know. You know what I
That's
just
what I learned the hard way, Paul.
I hit it back over. I've been saying this and everything. Whenever people because now they literally ask you these fucking career-ending questions like I'm running for office. I'm like I'm not required to answer any of this. So they'll be like, so what do you think about Louis coming back? I always go, I don't know. What do you think about it?
Christ.
And it's just, and then they start talking about it, and then I don't have to answer. It's just like,
Oh,
hey,
that's
Bill,
smart.
you can afford to pay for your house this month. You
Yeah.
want to fuck with that? No, I don't.
No, I'm gonna leave that one alone.
Yeah,
if
because
you don't mind.
you're only allowed to have one opinion on so many topics now, which is this opinion of which is funny. It's allegedly this left kind of thing, but like they're acting like the way that they always say that the extreme right acts, where they just like think what we think, say what we say. If you don't, we're going to destroy you. And it's just like
It's a-
that's where. Because I'm liberal, but I'm not like that. Like I don't know what the fuck that is. So I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know.